Welcome back to Movement and Talisa for today's class of deep stretches using the wall. The only prop you'll need for today is, of course, a wall and a strap. If you don't have a strap, of course, you can make do. It just might help with some poses. It is best to be warmed up for this class. I've got a space heater to help physically warm me up. You can also do a short little warm-up class. I'll be completely honest, I just filmed a more gentle class before this, so I feel more warmed up. The warm-up for our class today is gonna be pretty short, so proceed with caution if you're not doing a warm-up on your own. Honestly, even some jumping jacks, just get the blood flowing. We are going to invert a little bit, so let's come to a tabletop position to warm up into the wrists. Grip through the mat, shift forward, push yourself back with the grip of the fingers. Arm stays straight, shift forward, push yourself back. Forward, push yourself back. Keep going. Turn your left fingers to point towards you and bend through the elbow. And lower. Bend. Lower the heel of the palm back down. And switch. Bend with the elbow and straighten. Come onto the tops of the hands. Pull the hips back a little bit so we don't have too much weight on it. I like to fan through the fingers, stretching out the tops of the forearms. We'll quickly thread the needle, threading one arm through. You can take a bind, leave that left hand where it is. Personal choice. Come back up through center and thread to the other side. And release, come all the way back up. Let's scooch our way back towards the wall. We're going to start with our legs couch stretch. So bringing one knee butt up against the wall or the baseboard. Gentle option is to stay right here. You can play around with tilting your pelvis. If you tuck your tail between your legs, you're going to feel more of a stretch in the quad. If you want a little bit more, push through the hands to pop up onto the sole of the right foot. And the same thing here, adjust your pelvis so you can feel more of a sensation. You can find movement, sink into it, and then push yourself up. Moving slowly, mindfully, flossing through the legs here before we find stillness pushed up against the wall. If you're on the sole of the right foot, push through it to bring your back as close towards the wall as possible. The goal is to eventually have the back against the wall, but that's just our goal. Whether we're there or not, whether we ever get there, isn't as important. It's just something to work towards. If you want even more intensity, pick up your left arm and reach over to the right. Keep the breath stable and calm. Deep stretching. A huge part of it is the nervous system. If we start to panic or freak out, our body will tighten up, which is counterproductive to what we're trying to do. So if you ever find yourself starting to freak out or hold your breath, ease out of the stretch a little bit. Come to a point where you can remain calm. Slowly come out of it. Plant the hands and switch sides. Butting the right knee up against the wall. Option to stay right here and tilt your pelvis till you feel more of a sensation in that right quad. If you want more, you can push through the hands to pop up onto the left sole of the foot. Gently floss into the legs, the hips. I felt some tightness in my hip flexor, so I'm just working into that right now. Only you know what is going on inside of your body and how something feels. So anything I say is merely a suggestion, guidance. Push your back against the wall if you're on the sole of the left foot. It's ultimately up to you to do what feels good and right for your body. If you want more, pick up the right arm and reach over to the left. Slowly, slowly release. Plant the hands down and come out of that. Swing the legs around in front of us. We're going to come back to that stretch, but first we need to stretch into the hamstrings a little bit. Both legs extended, flex through the feet. Flex so hard that your heels lift up off of the mat. Trying to sit up straight. Bowl of our pelvis is upright. If you're rounding back, it just indicates a tightness, so you're just working on trying to sit upright, maybe propping the hips up with a pillow or something of the sort. And then once you're able to get that, you can start leading with the chest, folding forward. Take it slow. Again, no rush. As soon as you start to feel a sensation, pause. You can find stillness, or you can sway to side like I like to do. And then maybe slowly work your way deeper into the stretch, millimeter by millimeter. Pause and find stillness, and then push the heels into the ground. You should feel the muscles in the backs of the legs contract, work, keep pushing, 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 and then relax. It won't look like much is happening, but this is a technique where we contract the muscle first and then relax it to help open it up even more. Let's do that again. Push down through the heels. Feel the calves, the hamstrings, maybe even the glutes engage. And then relax. And then slowly work your way up. We're going to come back into our couch stretch with an option to come a little bit deeper into it or stay with what we already did. So butting the left knee up against the wall. You can stay on this right knee, or you can pop up onto the foot. Floss into it between the low lunge and pulling the hips back. Hands can be supporting you or not. Again, there's always so many options. It does not have to look exactly like what I am doing. If splits are in your practice or it's something you're working on, start to heel toe this foot forward. Maybe we stop right here, and that is beautiful. When you start feeling the sensation, pause, breathe deep to keep everything calm. And then work with your own body, maybe staying exactly where you are. Maybe that's enough for today. Or maybe your body opens up and you can come a little bit deeper into it. Relax the jaw. Keep the breath calm. Pushing through the hands to slide the right leg forward. And then we're switching to the other side. I just need to push my mat back against the wall. All right, right knee comes up against. You can stay on the left knee or come up onto the left foot. Flossing through the hips, hands can support you, or you can take the weight off the hands to make it more challenging. And then if splits are in your practice, start heel toeing this left foot forward. Stop when you feel a sensation. Notice which side is tighter. My left side is definitely tighter. I've pulled my left hamstring a couple of times, so I've got more scar tissue there, and it takes longer to open up into it. So again, that's learning our bodies and working with them rather than against them. We're trying to force them to do things that they don't want to or aren't ready for. It's good to explore our edge, but remember, there's no shame in pushing ourselves and maybe finding that, nope, that's a little bit too far for me today. So we come out of it just a little bit, not all the way, just a little bit. Push through the hands to bring that left leg back slowly but surely. Since we're working into our splits, we're going to carry on with that theme, coming into a wall split. So I'm actually going to start with my left leg, my weaker side. So heel can be up against the wall. The further away your foot is from the wall, the harder it's actually going to be. That's when you're getting into more of an oversplit. So if an oversplit is in your practice, then by all means. Or we can all start right here. From here, we're trying to slide the right leg up the wall. If you need to bend the standing leg, if it's not working for you, you can just bring this to the ground. But maybe you can extend the top leg and then use the hands to push your hips back. No rush. Don't force it. This isn't a competition. This is an exploration and an appreciation of our bodies. Slowly release, and we slowly come out of these deep stretches so that our muscles can slowly and nicely contract back to their regular length. Right heel is against the wall. Extend the left leg up and use the hands to push the hips closer. Slowly and gently coming out. Bring the feet hip distance apart. Gentle forward fold. Shake the head. Yes or no. You can even rest the bum against the wall. Taking a little break. Rounding up one vertebrae at a time, slowly. Arms can stay down by the sides. Gaze comes up last. We're going to try another variation of a wall split. Facing the wall this time. We are going to try to get the foot up onto it. So you might definitely need slits. And it's nice if you do have a partial wall that you can do this against so that you can use the hand. Extend the leg and lean the hips into it. You can come up on that bottom toe or stay flat-footed. Play around with both. And release. Other leg. And get situated. It's definitely harder to pull myself in on this side without having the wall open on my left side. But we do our best and work with what we've got. Slowly release. Shake out the legs. We are going to start working into the back. I think we'll start on our bellies. So laying all the way down, feet are butt up against the wall, the floorboard, and then walk them a little bit higher. Hands are on either side of the chest, and think puppy pose here. We're trying to straighten through our legs and lift our hips up off the ground. So we're working into the thoracic spine. And then slowly release. To make this more intense, arms can come out in front of you. Chin in contact with the mat. Push the feet into the wall. Lift the hips. Slowly release. Gently work our way onto our knees. From our knees, about arm distance away from the wall. I think I'm a little bit closer, but we'll see how it goes. We're going to inhale the arms up, look back, reach back. Bring the palms in contact with the wall and then push the wall away. And tuck your chin, release the arms, and then fold forward. Child's resting pose with arms down by the side. Calming everything down. It's okay if our breath is more shallow in poses like that. It's hard to take in deep, steady breaths of air when our neck is stretched out like that. Let's round up. We're going to do another round of that. Inhale, arms up, look back, reach back. Try to get palms of the hands in contact with the wall and then push through the hands. Relax the push, bring chin to chest, and then slowly come into our child's resting. Gentle round through the spine, coming all the way up, and we're going to find ourselves back in a standing. Doing another variation of puppy pose, puppy against the wall. So reaching arms up along the wall. I'm sorry if my microphone rubs on the wall for this, but then melting the chest and the armpits towards the wall. The hands might slide down as they come in contact. Push through the palms. Slowly, mindfully come out of it. Release the arms down, roll out the shoulders before we come into our second round. And the first round's for kind of fine-tuning it, figuring it out, getting used to it. And the second round is, okay, let's see if we can get a little bit deeper into it. Again, even if it's only by a millimeter, progress is progress. Reach the arms up, melt the chest, the armpits towards the wall. Push through the palms, come all the way up, roll the shoulders out. Continuing to work into our thoracic spine. You can do another round of that wall puppy, or you can try hollow back in a handstand. So we want the hands 1.5 feet, maybe away from the wall. You might need to jump up into it and then come down and readjust. But we're going to kick up into our handstand. And then melting the calves. And then the hips against the wall. Slide the butt down. As you pull your chest through, your gaze is pulled through as well. So chin to chest. And then bend through the legs. Come out of it and to rest in between. Let's take a malasana, or if there's another stretch you want, then by all means, make your practice your own. Rolling out the shoulders if you're doing another round of that wall puppy. This round, if you're doing the inversion with me, you can stick with exactly what we did and get more comfortable with that. Or you can explore different leg shapes. Maybe you bend the legs, maybe you extend one leg, maybe you extend both. Extending both, you can feel a lot in the thoracic spine, that area between the shoulder blades. So just be forewarned. Maybe it's just me, maybe I'm projecting, but plant the palms. Come back into your wall puppy if you're doing that. Otherwise, let's come back up into our wall-assisted handstand, both feet on the wall. Bring first your calves to the wall, and then your hips. Slide the butt down. Maybe you bend the legs. Maybe you extend one, and then the other. Keep pushing with the arms, and maybe you can extend both. When you're ready, come out of it. Sit the bum down. I'm going to come all the way down and come into a forward fold to rest. Our next wall-assisted move is going to be dropping back into bridge using the wall. If your hands are really slippery, like if you put lotion on, maybe just try to roughen them up a little bit. But otherwise, your hands should be grippy enough on the wall. It can seem a little scary, but I've never had an issue with it. Come about arm distance from the wall. Face away from it. Same thing here that we did from our knees. We're going to inhale the arms up. Reach back and then walk the hands down. I have to walk my feet out a little bit more, so if you need to walk a little bit further away, then by all means. Maybe you don't come all the way down, that's okay. Just walk yourself back up. Take it incrementally. If you're in your wheel, you can try to push your chest to the wall and either come down out of your wheel from here or use your hands and walk back up. It's really hard to talk in wheel. Take a breather, come into a stretch of your choice, and relax. We're gonna do one more round of that as well. Slowly start thinking about or moving your way back up so we can do another round of our wall and drop back. Here we go, inhale, arms up. Find the wall, walk down as far as you want. Push chest to wall. And then simply lower the hips or walk your way back up. Deep breaths. It's a lot on the nervous system, so calm it back down. And grabbing your strap. For our next pose, we're going to try King Dancer with the wall. Now, my back is not flexible enough for King Dancer, so if you can do this without the strap, by all means, but this is where I definitely need it. So hooking the right foot to start, bringing the strap into the hands overhead, and then find the wall. You might need to come a little bit closer. I think I'm a little bit too far. I might regret that choice. But we have to play around with it and adjust it. So find the wall with your elbows and then start pulling on the strap as you melt your chest towards the wall. I want my left foot a little bit closer, so I'm going to readjust. Try again. Start pulling the leg up first, and then melt the chest. Kick the leg up. And slowly release. Unstrap that foot. I'm keeping my left foot where it is so that I know where to put my right foot, and then switching the side. And my strap is on. Here we go, get set up. Grab the strap overhead. Bring elbows to the wall. Kick the leg up as you pull on the strap. Gaze is up, melt the chest to the wall as you pull on the strap even more. And then slowly come out of it. We'll just do one round of that one. Move your strap off to the side. Deep breathing. You can find yourself in a seated position. I think our final challenge, it's kind of a transition challenge. It's a little bit awkward at first. Feel free to play around with it, try it, or skip ahead to our final resting pose. So for this one, we want to be, but maybe about feet distance from the wall. We're going to be putting the feet on the wall, reaching for opposite elbows. My hair needs to come this way, out of the way. Reaching for opposite shoulders is what we're actually doing. And what we're going to do, hopefully my mat won't slide, is we push through our feet, lift our hips, and push through the elbows to bring the heads through, the head through, into this kind of forearm backbend thing. And then tuck the chin. And slowly roll back through. I'm quite pleased how that went. I'm surprised I got it on my first try. So if you don't get it on your first try, this one's usually very awkward for me and takes a lot of attempts. So play around with it. Rest here. You can bring the feet down and windshield wiper through the knees. All right, let's go again. For this one, I scooched my bum a little bit closer to the wall. Those micro adjustments. See if it works better, maybe worse. Get ready. Push through the feet. Lift the hips. Push through the elbows to come through. Tuck the chin. Nuzzle the head back through. And release. Release the arms. Leave them in cactus arms. Plant the feet, windshield wiper through the knees. Lower both knees over to one side, helping to decompress the spine even more with a gentle twist. Up through center and lower them to the other side. Roll over into a fetal position. And let's push ourselves up into a seated position of our choice. Soften the gaze, 2 or 3 feet in front of you, or close out the eyes completely. Rest the hands on the knees, palms facing up, pointer fingers and thumbs gently touch. Taking 3 final breaths together to close out class. Let's begin. Inhale through the nose. Full lungs at the top. Exhale through the mouth. Let it all go. Inhale. Last round. Inhale. Take in 1 more sip of air at the top. And exhale. Push everything out. Come back to your regular breath. Notice how your body feels. Notice the vibrational frequency of your body after that intense movement. Be sure to drink plenty of water after today's class. Move slowly, mindfully, just to bring everything back down. Again, that's a very stimulating class we just did. I thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for doing your best and working with where you're at. Bringing hands through to heart center and then up to the third eye. In closing, we say, Namaste.